He is the undisputed king of bluegrass music.
I remember seeing Jimmy for the first time on the High Lonesome documentary and kind of sensing like, wow, this guy, he seems almost out of place. He seems different than everybody else in this film. And that he was so gregarious and so outspoken and almost jumpy in front of the camera, where everybody else was very staid and very diplomatic. It was like so refreshing to see somebody say exactly what's on his mind and really not care what people think about it. I've been to Bean Blossom a lot of times, which is the world's longest running bluegrass festival, but for some reason had never seen Jimmy. When he hit the stage, it was like cannons going off. And right then I said to myself, I'm gonna make a film about this guy. The only problem had been I'd never made a film or really worked in film, so I did some research and I found Mary Ann Garrison's name on a website as Jimmy Martin's fan club president. Got the number and called there, and the phone rang like 18 or 20 times and nobody answered. Finally some old guy answers and says hello, and I'm like, hey, is Mary Ann Garrison there? No, who the hell is this? And I say, well, this is George Gale, I'm calling from Chicago. Is this Jimmy Martin? Who the hell do you think it is? And I'm like, oh my God, I'd role-played for everything to talk to Mary Ann, but never thought this would be Jimmy's home. I start talking to him and I say, well, you know, I'm calling from Chicago. I'd like to make a film about your life and your music. You know, what do you think about that? He just kind of grunted. And so I pitched it again another way and got another grunt and kept going at it, and he wasn't interested. And finally he said, boy, I'll tell you what you need to do. Just come on down to Bean Blossom or some bluegrass festival with your little camera and interview me, and then we'll be done with it. And I said, well, thanks. Well, it's great, but I'm picturing something a little bigger, you know, where I'd follow you around for a while. No, you're not listening to me, son. Now bring your little camera down here, interview me, and we'll be done with it. I said, well, I want to get some clarity about what we're talking about, and, you know, because I'm picturing something bigger. He said, boy, I don't know what this clarity is you keep talking about, but why don't you just get down here and let's make a movie. Let's get to it, make some money. And I said, okay, great. And I say, so we're picturing a film, bigger, you know, a long-term thing. And he's like, yeah, sounds good, but we ain't doing nothing till after coon hunting season. And I said, okay, when's that? You know, he said, January, call me then. And me and my buddy Lawrence were heading down from Chicago to Nashville. We were probably halfway there and running a little late, so I called Jimmy and he said, oh, we're going coon hunting tonight. And so we're like, my God, we're not prepared for this. We've got no special lights. We haven't thought this through. And I'd been trying to get him to do the coon hunt for a long time. And so, of course, we don't want to tell him no, because this might be our only chance to get him.
She is in there. Get in there, Ram.
So Jimmy's got this miner's vest laying around that we grab, and it's got these battery packs on it that holds then like kind of a miner's light. And so this is how we're going to, in this ad hoc way, light the coon hunt.
Looks like they've got him.
They've got him. They've got him. Just hang loose here a minute. Let them have a little fun.
I got to hold the camera and kind of follow these guys and be right in the center of the action. He's running through the woods as they're chasing their dogs with a miner's light like this, and then the boom mic like this, and just kind of running through the woods. And that was just crazy because the sounds were really fierce from some of the squealing toys they have, which people hear that and they think it's a raccoon, but it's actually one of the squealing toys.
Where do I want to hit him?
Yeah.
Well, you know where to hit him, Jay.
All right, they'll
Hit him in the round brown and get him on the ground for the hound so we'll have a good fight.
All right, then. Let's see.
If he's not talking or playing or practicing music, he's running his dogs or going out hunting. Being a bluegrass fan and suddenly being able to be backstage in these tiny little rooms and people warming up, and Jimmy's there, and the Osborne brothers are walking by, and Doyle Lawson is there, and to see how people interact and to watch a guy work his band. And what's so amazing about Jimmy is he's 76 years old now, and he's still so into working on the music. He still wants to make it better. A lot of people at that point in your life, you're like, let's go out here, run through 10 songs and get paid. But he comes into that dressing room and he is ready to work, and he wants it to be good, and he's seems as fired up as somebody that's really hungry and just hoping to make it, and he's already been so successful and he still wants to get better. I do think certain people could have made this film and just focused on Jimmy Martin, the character, and not Jimmy Martin, the talented musician, Jimmy Martin, the sensitive man. We didn't really ever start to go in that direction, But there was more than enough footage and historical recordings and stuff that could have just been kind of funny, goofy Jimmy, but I don't think that would have really paid the respect to him that he deserves.